Greetings. Today's talk focuses on Tesla's secret China plan, courtesy of Elon Musk and Tesla. Welcome to South Beach, Miami. I was hoping to capture the cruise ship you see behind me, but as we were prepping the camera, it started sneaking out of frame. So hopefully you got a glimpse of that. We're in the shipping channel in Miami, Florida, and the goal was sort of pick that up as kind of a walking path behind us here. As part of the coronavirus shutdown, there's no longer access to the beach, and so we were trying to pick up some of the waves and water here, and we're going to block the sun or the wind as it comes in a little bit from the backside. This is Greg for Teslafaninsight. Thanks once again for joining us. If this is your first time on our channel, welcome. If you're a repeat visitor, welcome back. As you all wanted to thank our Patreon supporters as well as our subscribers. If you enjoy the show, please take time to like and subscribe. So what you'll notice behind us is the ship that's about here will start disappearing. When we came out, the ship seemed to be anchored in the channel, but has now started, they weighed anchor and started moving. And so we're kind of missing out on some good visuals on that, but I think you get the general idea. As you can see, we're in windy conditions, so we will work to reduce that with a little covering here if possible, instead of using the dead cat mouse or the dead cat, if you will. At any rate, what we wanted to cover today is the secret China plan that Tesla has, courtesy of Elon Musk. So that's the question. What is the secret? Well, to first off set this up, we wanted to note that just before it was announced, Elon indicated that he was looking all over Europe to determine where the new factory would end up. It was our conclusion as of last year that Germany was the only option, but there was discussion of other locations. And there are a number of reasons why Elon chose Germany. One, probably a third of the suppliers that are not US based. I think Germany is the largest country for suppliers of different types for Tesla. The most notable one for me is the fact that Tesla purchased a company called Groman Engineering. So they do all the factory automation stuff relative to the new facilities being built by Tesla. So we were pretty confident it'd be Germany that they would select in Europe. What we were told by a number of our friends in Europe and Germany is that unless a vehicle is being built in Germany/Europe, it's very hard to get adoption by folks, especially in Germany, because it's the largest economy in Europe, and if you don't build there, there's no way you're going to get consumers en masse to actually choose to purchase your vehicle. So hence, no shocker that he chose Germany. The reason why we expected him not to choose Germany is that after the project was announced, there was an articulation of the fact that, well, wait a second, yes, we're choosing, you've chosen Germany. Germany is an excellent country for a whole bunch of reasons. They got a lot of money, the consumers have a lot of money, they also are the biggest economy in Europe, so they can afford, and Germany is extremely focused on the climate control initiatives that, along with the EU, they're kind of driving the climate control initiatives. And additionally, they're the ones that recently pulled off what they felt was an important feat, which was that they had gone, I want to call it energy negative, in which they were shipping power to other countries because the wind power that they had developed was so heavy that they were able to successfully, that wind power facilitated the ability of the country to go energy negative, meaning they had so much power they had to ship to other countries leftover power from what they were producing. So they're definitely chasing climate control initiatives heavily. They've also made Tesla the de facto choice for what's possible. So a number of the OEMs, particularly from Germany, had said that the initiatives designed to reduce emissions that the EU wanted were impossible. But when Tesla came in with both the semi as well as the automobiles that they've been doing, it's really been the focal point of how this entire initiative is being managed. And so, you know, have a little helicopter action here. We're not even at the airport. I usually get airport action. So basically what's going on right now is we're in a fairly difficult circumstance when it comes to the Germans and the German economy. We've reviewed the fact that without even opening the factory, Tesla had already created a recession in Germany based on the declining sales that were being enjoyed by the large OEMs in Europe at the high-end vehicles. So all this setup brings us to the fact that we concluded that there's no way that Elon, or there was no way that Elon was going to choose Germany because of how efficient it was for them to build this factory in China instead. So basically Elon was like, no, we're building this factory in Germany. It's going to take a year and a half and it'll be fine, we'll get it done. So what we were arguing was that if you look at what was accomplished between January of 2019 and October of 2019, the fact that they were able to build an entire factory and get cars start coming out in October suggested us that the better choice was for Tesla to choose China and not Germany, because even though, I mean, with China, among other things, you save on suppliers within China, you also save money in terms of labor costs, about $2,000 a car. So there are all these Chinese benefits, small and large. The biggest benefit that we could argue right now is the fact that Europe is about to go into a continent-wide lockdown for the next 30 to 60 days. Same thing somewhat in America. So this further highlights the logic that we had been presenting that suggested that it was kind of in the best interest of Tesla to really concentrate its resources on growth in China. One, because there's a lot of vehicles to be sold in a good economy. Two, those people move fast. And three, it's a free factory. The Chinese are willing to put up the money to build those plants. So where we are right now is we're about to have rain here, and I'm going to finish up the show and get out of here. So where we are right now is we've entered what we're calling the secret weapon. And that secret weapon is the fact that right now the buildings that are sitting on and growing at the Shanghai plant for Tesla are actually bigger than the original factory that Tesla has. So what this suggests then is that what the secret strategy or secret sauce is for Tesla in China is that even though Elon has chosen Germany, he's no dummy. He went ahead and he's begun building the new factory in China right next to the old factory. So I'm starting to get wet here. So what I wanted to articulate in this show is the fact that, hey, the secret strategy for Tesla is that we think that within the next 60 days, there's going to be a new Chinese factory capable of handling Model Y or any other vehicles that Elon chooses to build there. And if in fact this is accomplished, it solves the problem of the delay in Germany, and it enables Tesla to make some really good money, potentially meeting its production numbers for the year out of the new factories in China. The only fly in the ointment, I think, is that we don't think that the batteries are ready yet to come from cattle to feed the Tesla factory. So as a result, we're kind of in an interesting position, which is where do the batteries come from? And the answer is Giga is supposed to open back up. Giga 1 opens back up in a week. So in theory, that break slowed the delivery of batteries to China. And so what we're looking for right now is a transition, back to where we have production starting again in China. And the Giga 1 is fueling that production at that 3,000 currently, but raising that up to possibly 6,000, even 10,000 vehicles a week starting May 1st. So basically, from what we've seen, starting in October, instead of shutting down and letting Germany come online, Tesla decided to go ahead with their plan of just continuing to build in China, not at another location as they said they would, at the same location. So you now have a concentration, economies of scale, etc. And in general, it's turning out to be a really good idea given that the US is now shut down. So we think it's great. We think this could affect the stock price, particularly as people realize what's going on. And we'll hear more about this at earnings time when it comes up in a couple of weeks. At any rate, I just wanted to run this by you. As you can see, we're getting wet here. We really appreciate your joining us. Please remember to like and subscribe and check out the aerial footage of what's going on right now in China. I think you'll be impressed. Have a great day. Bye for now. Tschüss, macht's gut. Au revoir, lehitro, choda hafez. Enough respect in Jamaica. Don't forget 25 leg lifts. Don't go to bed within 2 hours of eating. Have a great day and bye for now.